started?
Oh, rolling, yeah.
Fucking hell. Happy New Year, everybody,
Happy New
welcome to a brand new episode in a brand new year. It's Got a Problem, Mate, the podcast. I'm your same old host, Joey Page, and I am here along with my little sidekick, Bilal.
Sidekick. Not sidekick, co-host.
Old Lang Syne to you.
What does that mean?
I don't know, they sing it.
Do they?
It's the song, isn't it, for
Yeah.
New Year's? Didn't you do it last night at midnight?
Yeah, I did it.
Yeah. We've come in today. This is live.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Got a Problem, Mate podcast, this problem-solving podcast and etc. And I've got a big problem, actually.
Oh, have you?
Which I think you'd really enjoy.
Okay.
Which we'll get to.
Yeah, we won't start with that.
No.
Let's smash the format.
No. Can I introduce the guest yet, or do you want to talk before? All right, you keep quiet.
Yeah. No,
All
we're
right.
just going to say Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Yeah. I hope that your New Year's celebrations were
Were
good.
we out together last night?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
We tied one on, as they say.
What does that mean?
Yeah, we had a big night.
Drugs?
No.
Tied one on.
Tied one
You
on.
ever had to help
Tied one
anyone in A&E with pink cocaine?
With pink cocaine.
Pink cocaine is the new drug.
Why don't you introduce our guest?
Today's guest, everyone, I'm very happy to say, is a good friend of mine. I've not seen for a little while. He is a co-host of a podcast called Dandelion, the Witcher and the Wardrobe.
Who's the other
Sorry, what?
co-host?
Yours truly.
What, this is still going, is it?
Well, it's still
No.
on Spotify.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And Apple, yeah.
What's it
Oh.
called?
Dandelion, the Witcher and
Right,
the Wardrobe.
okay.
Have a look at how many reviews.
So I've been listening to the View from the Lane.
We have a podcast together, which is all about the series, the TV series of The Witcher from Netflix. He is a qualified anesthetist.
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 Anesthetics.
Anesthetic.
Drugs.
Drug.
Cool drugs.
But not only that, he went on and did all sorts of comedy. Very popular podcast called, what is it again?
Actually,
My Tummy
Witcher.
Hurts. What's your medical podcast called?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Comedian Surgery.
That's it. The Comedian Surgery. And he's absolutely smashing it. Wrote a book, of course. What's it called? My Tummy Hurts.
It's called it's called Your Tummy Hurts.
Your Tummy Hurts.
It's called
My tummy does hurt.
Yeah, that's...
it's
we'll
called
come to
Catch
that.
Your Breath, which is
Catch Your Breath.
Yeah.
And the audiobook's available.
And my tour's called Catch Your Breath.
And he's
as well.
smashing it on tour, genuinely.
Yeah.
Ed Patrick, everybody.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find this podcast here.
So Dandelion, Witcher, and the Wardrobe.
If you look for Dandelion,
Yeah, but you're
Dandelion
assuming
and then Witcher.
So Dandelion is
I put The Witcher.
no,
No.
that's
No,
too
that'd
official.
be ridiculous.
So we were
You sure
following
it's still
the Netflix series, which we were really excited about,
Yeah.
and then
What happens? What is it?
There it
Oh, there
is.
we go,
That's
right.
it at the top.
Okay. It's got no star ratings on Spotify.
Is
Unlike
that right?
this.
that's not true.
That's what it
Show
says.
me.
Huh?
No, on Apple
Oh,
it's got loads.
on Apple it's got loads.
Because
Yeah.
we didn't
On
know we were on
Spotify.
Spotify, I think, when we
Ah.
started.
No
Yeah.
ratings.
So we do that we used to do that podcast together. It's a really, really big, successful podcast.
Also, your
proper
name's
podcast.
not
Well,
like.
we
mentioned in it
got
either.
listeners in America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
I think we got a few hundred in America, and that's it.
it made the top 10 list of the podcast charts
87
for
5-star
in a few
reviews.
in a few
In like Lithuania or
Yeah.
something. See,
Yeah, 87 5-star reviews.
on Apple.
This has got.
Oh, okay.
basically, I should
Yeah,
tell the
what you're on now.
listeners.
Okay.
I
Oh,
should
wow.
tell the listeners. Well, we beg for it though. I should tell the listeners
Also,
that
get us to 100, you pricks.
the podcast series we did together. So me and Ed are big fans of the video game The Witcher, and you love all the books and all of that, and absolutely everything about it. And then they started a Netflix series, and we thought we'd do a thing where we talk about each episode. And let's be honest, the first series was not very good.
It was
Which was
all
an
over the
issue.
place.
Yeah.
The biggest issue was that they did a series, but then did it all in different timelines. So you start watching something, and you might have watched it, and you don't know anything about it, and then suddenly it changes timeline to something else, and then something else. So people were like,
It
"What
didn't
on
work.
earth?"
You'd
is
hate
going on?
it.
Yeah.
So you'd hate it anyway. Let's face it. Series 2 is a bit better,
Yeah.
and then they got rid of the main actor,
Yeah.
Henry Cavill.
Yes, they have, and I'm sure I read somewhere that the actor that plays Siri had said something about, I've forgotten I've got to do another series of this. So it didn't sound like it was like the most.
On your phone.
Yeah.
No, it's spelt slightly differently.
Cyrilla, it's short for.
So
is that what Siri's short for?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, Apple Cyrilla.
So I don't know.
Cyrilla.
I don't know from that whether there's going to be any more from it. So it might have come to, like our podcast, it came to
an end.
How
But
many
I
episodes
found
did
it hard. We did probably like
we did 2 series.
16 episodes then, was it?
We followed
So
each episode.
I want some bonus ones.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Be real with me here. Is this guy an absolute fucking nightmare to work with, or what? This guy a piece of work, or what?
I found him very easy to work with.
Yeah,
and,
that's what you
okay,
think.
it's
And
been
then you realise
I've got threatening emails to say that before I arrived here. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, be very careful. Be
He-
very,
he
very
gave-
he's
careful.
threatened litigation.
He
Yeah.
burnt me under the table with a lit cigarette.
Yeah. Yeah, but you were misbehaving. That was to keep you in check, though. You
I
understand.
just said, am I allowed to have a sip of my water?
No. You schedule the sips in before. No.
What, he burnt you with a cigarette?
Under the table.
Yeah.
So it's like being a doctor then. You ever squeamish?
Squeamish?
You ever squeamish? You ever like, I don't want this blood all over my face or
No.
whatever?
I think you just get over it, you know.
How quickly? Did you ever worry that it would be an issue?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Injecting someone into the vein.
Have you ever had to go and be like in the corner?
You've been sick on a patient?
Not yet. I think you kind of it's like everything, isn't it? When you do it a lot, then just kind of. I mean, I still don't enjoy vomit or
Right.
poo,
Okay.
but
Just blood.
yeah, exactly. Blood's fine. It just all merges in really than anything else, and. Like you move around so much in hospital as an anaesthetist. You move around,
Anaesthetist.
So you'll move around in
Right.
different things. So
Think
you'll
of
be
Anthea Turner. That's what I remember.
Anthea.
so you'll be working
That's
in
what he did.
you'll be working in intensive care. You'll be
Yeah.
working in maternity. Giving spinals and things, epidurals for people to have babies.
Wow.
Then you'll work in brain surgery, and then you work in heart surgery.
But are you always doing the
Anaesthetics.
anesthetics?
Yeah.
Do you ever
mostly.
call yourself a knockout artist?
No, but I will do from now.
What
Drug sommelier.
Oh yeah.
the first? So how does it? So how do you even practice that? Like how? What's the first thing? Like the first time you do it, are you doing it in a real human man, or a dog?
As opposed to
A
A
mouse.
wild
So-
dog?
A
It's-
mouse with a big ear on it.
It's an interesting question because when I started anaesthetics, so what happens is you finish medical school, you do a couple of years of being a doctor,
Yeah.
and then you start applying for a specialty. Like, I want to be a GP, or I want to be a surgeon, or I want to do anaesthetics. And when I applied, I remember a friend of mine saying to me, "Listen, it's like going back to med school because they will just teach you from a complete new base, basically." And it's true because it's not many times that you see a doctor and their job is to basically make you unconscious and stop you breathing. That would be frowned upon if you were a GP.
Michael Jackson's doctor.
Well, exactly, and he wasn't an anaesthetist, but he was using those drugs.
Oh.
So suddenly,
go.
you're provided with a different set of goals. You want to make someone unconscious, you want to stop them breathing, change the physiology. Yet it's so alien to you. I remember when the first time I was doing anaesthetics, so obviously you go in and then you're with a consultant and you're looking things, looking how things are done. And the patient was put to sleep with some anaesthetic, and then they didn't take a breath for ages because they were anaesthetised. And there's a little bag you can squeeze, and I was about to go and squeeze the bag. He said, "Don't you touch that bag! Don't you touch that bag! They will start breathing when they're ready." But the idea of just sitting there and watching someone, but then you learn about
I've
the
got a
physiology.
very similar story.
Oh.
I was in the Weatherspoons and I saw like a pile of coats and bags, and a man said to me, "Don't you touch that bag."
That's very
It was
similar.
the same guy. It was the same guy.
For any American listeners, because we've got loads like your podcast has, Weatherspoons, it's like a cheap pub with no entertainment. It's drinks cheaper.
It's like a Hooters.
That's
It's
a
not
good,
like
I
a
don't
Hooters.
think it's fair to say they haven't got entertainment. It's organic.
Well, yeah, but they're not allowed to play music.
Are
They
they
don't
not?
have an entertainment license. That's why the drinks are so much cheaper in a Weatherspoons.
Have you seen that website?
that.
Website, Facebook. Have you know what website?
Yeah.
You've seen that thing where people like go onto that group on Facebook and they say, "I'm at this Weatherspoons, order whatever you want," and then basically random people from the internet will just start ordering drinks to their table and stuff.
Oh wow!
You not seen this?
No.
Oh yeah, so you can just go on and do this. Not that I've done it yet, but yeah.
But hang on, what? You're paying for the drinks for that person?
Yeah. So
But then you're watching them get absolutely sloshed.
Yeah. But you can order whatever you want.
It's a slow
anesthetic.
Are these Facebook posts or a live stream?
I think it's Facebook posts.
Should we do it live? Or why don't we do that as a video and I'll drink the drinks?
Yeah.
You order.
I'll
the
sit
drinks.
there and look.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm paying.
Well, no, the listenership will pay.
Okay.
Will they?
They won't.
No.
But
Also, it's got quite a following. Did you hear about the person that went to every Weatherspoons because they're trying to get a sample of each carpet in the Weatherspoons? So apparently, in each Weatherspoons, there's a different carpet, and each one different
Wow.
pattern.
What? So they're just cutting a little corner.
Yeah, I think so, something like that. But they were
Wow.
collected. They made the news.
Wow. I did see on the news a man was doing a marathon by running to all the different Greggs and having a sausage roll at each one.
What and?
as marathon length.
I think so.
But you'd get a stitch after each one, and then.
I mean, I'm not going to.
Would you not advise that medically?
Like I wouldn't advise it just because you'd be burping the whole way for a start.
What's wrong with that?
Well, because burping holds you back.
Does it?
Well, the air is going out that way, so you'll basically. Whereas if air came out the other way, it would propel you along.
See? So stop burping.
Are you going to do your
yeah.
award-winning feature before we
I have
actually?
an award-winning feature.
Because none of this should have happened without Bilal basically.
Yeah,
has
I'm
to
sorry.
vet you as a guest
I forgot.
to make sure you're allowed to be on the podcast.
Okay.
So we've actually asked you way too many questions, off the limits.
Yeah.
This could be the shortest podcast then.
Well, we have actually had a few doctors on who didn't pass this test.
Really?
Like Dr.
Yeah.
Legg
Dr. Leg.
from EastEnders.
The doctor from
Harold Shipman.
The doctor from the Jeremy Kyle show.
He didn't. That episode didn't go out.
Dr. Dre. Okay, so
Dr.
we'll be
Phil.
asking you 5 questions, Ed. Thank you for joining us. This might be it.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming all the way from Oxford.
Please tell the
Appreciate
truth.
it. On New Year's Day. I bet it was
Yeah.
hell with the rail replacement bus services.
I had to walk. It was.
Please tell the truth. We know you have that lying problem. Question 1.
Have you got a lie detector to connect me up to?
We should do that. Get a lie detector
No, I'll just get them to put their hands on the table. If I think they're lying, I'll smash them
with a hammer. Yeah, I knew exactly.
Yeah, you know where my mind
Question
goes.
1. What's the best nut ever?
The best nut ever.
Actually, yeah.
That's quite obvious.
What's that then?
It's cashew.
Is it?
Yeah.
My man.
Is that right?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
But I'm not trying.
Yeah, salted cashew.
Okay.
This
I'm
time
just
of
here
year,
to check
Salted.
that you're saying the truth.
I will tell you there is a certain place, and I don't want to obviously advertise here, so
You can.
I'll just say that it's got the same words as S&M. They have some salted cashew nuts, which are pretty good.
Do you
Okay.
at Christmas put your cashew nuts in the oven to warm?
Do I put my nuts in the oven to warm?
Yeah.
Medically,
No,
do you?
don't.
You
No,
can.
Because that's
Are they
great.
good?
Yeah. That's a
Mm.
little trick my daddy taught me.
Oh.
Cashew nuts in the oven.
Question 2. Ever experience anything ghoulish, like a ghost or whatever?
I want to say yes, but I'm struggling to think of something that could have happened to, like a ghost.
Mm.
So,
Any kind of
Or
paranormal
ghoul.
experience, or a ghoul,
but maybe that's why
Or
I'm
witch
so obsessed with.
doctory.
yeah, or a witch doctor.
Maybe that's why I'm so obsessed with The Witcher, though, because I'm looking for that. That's
Or
what
a
I'm searching
dogman.
for. Oh, what Dogman?
or dogman. Werewolf.
I think
The Blair
The
Witch.
abominable
I've seen. I tell you, I've seen an evil cat. I've seen an evil cat.
An evil cat.
Yeah.
What
so
was this?
I've got so at our house,
It's
we've
your
got
cat.
yeah, we've got 2 cats.
Yeah.
And
Mancoons.
They're
Are
not. No, they're not full Mancoons. They're
Oh,
kind
right.
of-
Part like,
mixed, yeah.
half,
and one that we were told about this evil cat in the area, and it would just go and attack other cats. And we just happened to be like watching outside. My other half got this on video of our cat just sort of playing like outside on its back, and then just through a bush, this other cat just came and then just dived and just started battering our cat. And then our cat's brother then saw from the side and came and started batting this other cat off, and then that cat ran away. So that was
Came and
pretty.
saved the cat.
Yeah, it was a possessed kind of cat, and
That's
then
a ghoulish. That's a ghoulish
Ghoulish.
cat.
Yeah.
That's a
Ghoulish
ghoulish feline.
Incident.
That's a ghoulish instinct.
that
Well done.
cat's not been around since.
That cat's not right, man.
Yeah,
No.
and the
You won't
dog
hear anything
chased.
like that on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I think you would. Question 3. What's your best cooking recipe?
Well, is it mine? Because I learnt it
You sure?
from.
Well, it doesn't have to be one
It's
you
yours now.
invented.
Well, I'm pretty good at a chicken pie.
Ah,
Okay, he's
chicken
a
and mushroom
chicken
pie.
pie.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
a chicken pie guy.
He's a chicken
Yeah,
pie guy. That's
pretty
pretty
good.
good, actually, to be
But
fair.
it isn't mine. It's technically Jamie Oliver's inspiration.
Yeah, but
but
you jazz it up. You
I-
add paprika,
Yeah, don't always use nutmeg. Ooh.
nutmeg. What even is that?
Chuck a tarragon in.
Chuck a tarragon in.
Do you think you're a lesser person if you don't grate the stuff yourself? Like if you just use
Like
already
what?
ground nutmeg rather than.
I think you're
No.
probably just quite busy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because even like
You're a doctor.
flipping-
You know,
you
one
haven't
of
got
the-
time to grind your
I know this is
ground
early for the
nutmeg.
this is early for a problem, but one of the problems with making that is like using thyme. So like as in like the herb
Thyme,
thyme.
thyme.
Take the light leaves off. Whereas if you could just get some ground thyme and then bang, it's done. Whereas
Well, it's like
leaves-
garlic as well, man. That takes ages.
Listen,
Oh,
when a
yeah.
lonely man boy lives alone on his own, a whole pack of herbs is often too many herbs for one person.
Thank you for that. That's a wonderful New Year's thought. Question 4. What were you scared of? Wait, have I? No. What were you scared of when you were little?
I'm still scared of it now.
Mm.
Oh,
Thunder and lightning. No, thunder's
Are you
okay.
serious?
Lightning.
you're scared of lightning.
Lightning.
You think it's gonna hit you?
I think it might hit me.
Really?
It happened. This feels
What?
like it was a nightmare, but it wasn't. But I was going through a stone forest in China,
Okay.
and it started like storming down, and all we had was this umbrella, which was pretty much all metal, and I was just assumed it was going to strike it, and that would be the end. And there was like lightning coming down from either
But
side.
lightning is very different
Well,
in like Asia.
two things I have to say here.
It is.
Is it?
Like, I was in Pakistan when I was maybe 13. I remember
We've
it was
all
a very
travelled.
it was a very stormy night, and the sky was like flashing, like non-stop. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just totally different. Like, we don't have that here. So I don't know if it was maybe more intense than what we're used to. But is that what caused your fear?
I think it did, because now whenever there's lightning,
Oh.
I'm like, and so I start thinking safety-wise. Am I safer in a car because it's got rubber wheels, or what do I need to
You don't want
be
to be on a bike.
Don't want to be on a bike.
You'll go flying mad.
Okay, can I tell you this is horrific?
Yeah.
Because it's a fear that you're right to have. Former Tottenham player John White. This
Yeah.
is from the 1950s or whatever. He played in the Tottenham's double-winning season, and he was struck by lightning. His name's John White. He's struck by lightning on a golf course, and he was found under a tree, scorched, with the rings on his fingers fused to the golf club. So the lightning struck him and killed him.
Oh.
So it does happen.
See,
But you don't play
genuine
golf.
fit. I do.
And you have a ring?
So if there's lightning in golf, they pull you in. They don't let you play.
Really?
For
Yeah.
that very reason, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, because it could move the ball. Could hit the ball.
Also, I had an ex-girlfriend, Jeanette, who was scared of helicopters. And if there's a helicopter in the sky, we had to basically take cover.
Because she was worried
I
about
don't
it
know what she
crashing.
was scared about them.
Because if a helicopter
had a
fell on
mortal
you, like, you'd have
fear.
plenty of
There's
time.
lots of accidents.
And they're so...
There was there's been lots of accidents with helicopters, and there was one in a movie like years ago where basically the main actor got killed from it basically.
Yeah.
What movie is that?
And did you...
I want to say it's the Twilight something. The
Zone.
Twilight Zone.
was it the Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
I don't know, is there anything with Twilight in it?
So
Unless it's just
John
Twilight.
Landis.
No, the
So-
film's Twilight.
Yeah,
There's
he
a whole
was the director, but the actor and some stunt kid who wasn't meant to be on
Two-
set got their heads chopped off when the helicopter
Yeah.
blade
If
started
that
to-
happened in your surgery, would you then be sick in the corner?
If,
Unless they got chopped off
In
alive?
your surgery,
I think I
if you
think the
accidentally
trauma
cut
of,
someone's head off.
I think the trauma of seeing it might be.
Whoops.
I also, there's that very famous incident where the helicopter came down, it struck a cat and turned it all evil,
What
and
is-
then it went
And then
after
it attacked
cat.
your cat.
oh
didn't it?
yes.
Final question.
Yeah.
Question number 5. You're a Nottingham Forest fan?
Yes.
If you were a footballer, what would your football celebration be if you made a golazo?
A golazo. Oh wow. There's so many things you can do now that just get you a yellow card straight away.
Sniffing
So-
the white line like Robbie Fowler.
Take your shirt off. Take
your shorts
your
off. Well,
So-
so,
so
so
let's have a look at
here's a question, right? If it's a yellow card for the shirt, is it a red card for shirt and shorts? And if it's at the end of the
That's
game,
good. Yeah.
why not just
Do you remember when that Arsenal
Go.
player had Paddy Power pants on?
Did he?
Yeah, and he flashed them.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so. Let me look that up.
I don't think it's an Arsenal player. I think it wasn't there was a pie advert. Did you see that? No, Paddy Power put there were odds on this goalkeeper eating a pie.
No.
No?
Yes, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
We were playing
Chicken pie.
chicken pie.
Nicholas Bentner.
Did he?
Yeah, Paddy
Oh,
Power
Nicholas
pants goal
Bentner.
celebration.
He played for Forest and for...
He
Was he any good at Forest?
No. Well, no.
I think he was all right. It was just his ego. So what would your goal celebration be?
I think...
Backflip?
Has anyone taken the corner flag and done a javelin?
I don't think so.
I
But
fe-
would
I
you
f-
actually be throwing it really far and it sticks in the other?
Yeah,
side?
what I do is I encourage my teammates to get the other three, and we'd have a little competition at the side, and we'd aim for the 6-yard box basically, and see who went as far. So that's what I think I'd do
That
for my
is good.
celebration.
That would take a few minutes.
That would take
though.
a few minutes to organise.
It's worth the 3 yellow cards.
What about if you used it to try and pole vault over the goal?
Pole vaulting, yeah. When you stick it in the ground.
You heard of that?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
It's not big enough.
Is that the end of that? The guess?
Congratulations, Ed. You scored 4,700 points on Vet the Guest. That's very
is
high.
very high.
You can stay. You can speak to Joey Page.
Wow. Is that still 2 points behind Arsenal though?
It's bantering. See,
Banter.
Forest on 28 points.
Yeah.
are they 2 points behind
Yeah.
Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been very good. What did
Yeah.
you like, Nuno?
Yeah. Well, he's very methodical in his approach.
Yeah.
So like, got a soft spot for this Steve Cooper. It was like, really sad to see him go, but what a job Nuno's doing.
Do you want to know a story about Nuno? Because as a
Are you a Tottenham fan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So my friend who was on the podcast, Barnaby Slater,
Yeah.
one of the early episodes. If you're having some downtime, why not go back and check out some of the massive back catalogue of great guests that we've had on
There's loads of
gotaproblemmate.com.uk. Now, his friend, Barnaby's friend, does like sound systems for the elite in life. He's done Jonathan Ross's home, for example, right? Like for their TV and stuff.
So you work for
And
Bose?
Nuno came in to the shop and was like, I need a sound system for my place where I'm moving into, and I've been recommended to come here. Apparently does a lot for Tottenham players and things like this. And he was like, yeah, no problem. He priced it all up and he said, also, could you get me like a frying pan and some saucepans? And he was like, but I'm like I do surround sound, I don't. He was like, yeah, but I just don't know. Like, could you just like order them for me as well, and I'll pay whatever. But I just
So it was a
don't
cry
really
for help.
know. I don't really know where to get like saucepans and frying pans from.
I was literally just thinking, God, how the other half live. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
the thing you need to get in is, whereas trying to fix leaks and stuff, it's like, oh, can you get a sound system? But obviously, he lives in such a sphere where like people only know people for sound systems and
Yeah.
things, and so that was the closest he could get
He
to
could
someone.
Yeah. You
help
can't
them.
get anything in Tottenham.
And when I told everybody in the stadium that, they started singing, "You don't know what you're doing," and then a couple of weeks
At
later, he was
you?
sacked. No,
Oh,
yeah.
at him.
Wonder if he
I
got
like Nuno, but I don't.
They sing that to you at your gigs, don't they?
we actually need to get some new spatulas, so I might get one for Nuno.
How
Yeah,
many
don't
do you
know.
need?
Spatulas. Well, we're getting rid of all ours.
At the hospital.
So
What?
no, at home. So apparently, I read a thing. Probably getting rid of the hospital, but I read a thing that all the the black plastic utensils. It was on. The news a
oh
couple
yeah,
weeks ago.
PFAS.
Yeah, got to get rid
That's
of them.
on my list of things.
What?
And also all the plastic chopping boards.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get rid
And
of them.
the lids
Every time
on the
you cut into
cups.
them, microplastics and all that kind of stuff. So,
But the microplastics, they're delicious.
PFAS.
well,
They add the flavour to the chicken. Oh, what?
yeah. So,
So what, you're going to get a metal spatula?
Yeah, they said silicon. I think was another one which was okay. So,
Silicon
Yeah.
is okay.
Silicon's nice.
My girlfriend has researched this at length.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
it did hit the mainstream news. Like
My
big.
girlfriend is like, Witch. Not the Witcher, the Witch, that consumer website.
Oh yeah.
She's so fastidious in her like.
Do you remember the witch?
No. Oh, I should get a membership for Christmas. I mean, it's gone, hasn't it? It's News Day.
You have to pay to access the witch stuff. Some of it.
Yeah, right. But she's like, she just does like, before she buys anything, she'll do like insane amounts of research. She's like Nuno in that respect.
I'm like that with coffee
She's trying to work out what coffee
machine.
grinder, etc. to get at the moment.
I've just been through that journey.
Right. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'll hook you two up.
What'd you get?
I went for a. Are we allowed to say brand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A Gaggia Classic. which is what I had before, which I made you coffee with before. But I got a latest version. There was lots of people complaining about the boiler, but they've just released a new
Is
one.
it a
with,
Pro?
No, it's E24
E24.
It's the E24.
with the brass boiler.
That does it so nice. He's doing all right, isn't he, this guy?
Oh yeah.
See how much his coffee machine.
Well, he's a doctor and he sells loads of tickets.
Oh yeah, and he's.
But these coffee machines last for ages. They're the Volkswagen Golf of coffee. So basically, you can sell them afterwards. So I had my coffee machine.
Why would you sell it if it's so good?
Because my
Yeah,
old
better
coffee
one?
machine is upgraded. So this
But why wouldn't you buy one off eBay second hand then if they're so good second hand?
because I wanted the new brass boiler.
Okay, you win this one.
What about the lobster red?
Can I just say that I have no background knowledge on whether the brass boiler is good or not? I just thought it sounded.
It sounds good. It looks
Yeah.
great.
I tell you what sounds great. Gaggier.
Listen, I've got a problem, right?
Oh yeah.
Which
We're moving on to
it
that.
is. Well, yeah, I think we
Yeah,
should
great.
because we mentioned football and it is football
Oh.
related.
Sorry if you've tuned
No.
in to get away from the festive football.
Yeah. My in-laws are Chelsea fans,
Ooh.
right? They have spare tickets for Chelsea versus Fulham,
on
the West London derby.
on
It doesn't matter
New
when.
Year's Day today.
It's actually not his box.
So retrospectively, have you been?
Well, I have never been. I've only been to see Arsenal and Leyton Orient sometimes, right? I've never been to see another team play, and I've never been to see a team I hate. I've never been in the home end of a team that I
Are you
hate.
going to be in the home end?
Yeah.
So I think you should do it,
Right.
but on the condition that you wear your Arsenal shirt.
Well, I think that they won't even let you in.
But don't
No.
you just wear a coat and then take it off, like, start stripping. Start stripping. Everyone goes woo, and then they see the
I
thing.
could run on the pitch
You could.
in full
And
kit.
get banned from Chelsea, then you never have to go again.
If there's a penalty to Chelsea, I sprint on in my full Arsenal kit and score it, and then do the pole vault celebration.
Have you got a fantasy football team?
Yeah.
Is any of the Chelsea players in it?
Palmer.
I mean, I
So
would
deep
go.
down.
I would go just to
No.
watch Palmer because
Would you?
I mean, as a Tottenham fan, watch him
You want to have a player
destroy
that's
us the other day. He was so good.
But it's difficult for me. But at the same time, what if Fulham win?
good. Hmm.
That's amazing to witness.
You'd
Right.
have to have a pie.
Yeah, I would.
To-
And every time that you felt like you were going to get emotional one way or the other that doesn't represent the Chelsea fans as a whole,
Yeah.
you just have to laugh into your pie.
Bite into it. And
Yeah.
What's the because obviously a soft spot for Brennan Johnson being a former Forest player.
Oh,
what's,
yeah.
what's his reception been like?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I mean, I
he
think
sucks, doesn't he?
he does one thing really well, which is tap it in. He taps it in
Tap
at the
it
back
in.
post.
So should I go?
I think
You think I should definitely go?
definitely go and wear. Can I sit
No,
back
I'm not
and
gonna-
talk? Is that right?
Yeah,
Or-
just, you have
yeah.
to just talk louder.
I'd go, but I'd have an Arsenal shirt underneath.
Who do you hate? Who's your most hated team?
So traditionally,
Leicester.
traditionally for Forest, it's
Notts
always
County.
been, and people are really viciously, intensely on this. Is Derby Forest?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But because
Clough
we're
Derby.
quite.
You're a lot better now,
We're
yeah.
in different sort of places. We
And
don't
have
play
you ever
each
been
other.
to Derby?
Yeah,
Or do you
I don't mind.
disrespect it?
I don't have
Shithole.
any. I don't have any big. I think it's fun that when we play each other. But
No,
some
but
people
I
we
mean,
speak
the
to they
town-
are really.
It's awful.
No, don't say that.
It is.
We got all our listeners.
No, they're not all from Derby.
They're all from Derby.
Oh,
I
that
checked.
explains
I
it,
checked. Yeah.
All my fans are in Derby.
Well,
Oh.
I like Nottingham, but
All right. You think I should go?
yeah, I think you should go.
All right.
Why? Just for the experience for the podcast.
Yeah, you're
Only
right.
when we're going to talk about it, I
I
don't
haven't-
know because we have to pretend it's next season.
I haven't been to a Forest match. Do you think? Do you think this podcast will get me an invite to a Forest match as a sort of
What?
guest,
You've never
celebrity
been?
guest? No, I
What?
haven't been this season since I've been in the Premier League.
Oh.
Yeah,
You
you
haven't
can't
been
get.
since they've been in the Premier League.
No.
I have to
Can't get tickets.
clarify. Not this season since they've been in the Premier League.
Well,
You
they've
should
been.
made it sound like that we recorded this 2 years ago.
Oh yeah,
First
yeah,
season
this
back.
season. Yeah, this is their third season in the Premier League.
Right. You're not.
So
Been.
It's so
they've
busy.
been-
That's how busy it's been.
The tickets just out. They've just gone.
Oh.
Poofed.
And also, being a GP,
And
you've got a lot of work on.
That's the end of the football bit. Did you ever want to be a GP?
No,
Why?
Your handwriting's too good.
it's a lot of It's like GP is it's It's a nice sort of broad range of things. Lots of people are interested in it, and you can have quite an interesting sort of set of things. So you can do GP and then do a special interest in elsewhere. So you can be a GP and interested in like ear, nose, and throat or something. But I just found, I don't know, you find a calling in medicine, and anaesthetics always seemed to be the one for me. It's just cool. It's just cool. You know, you get given a certain set of skills, and you can employ these skills.
It's like we need to get the specialist in.
It's like, you know, it's very. I remember when sometimes you get calls in hospital, and someone will be asking you something, and you don't really know what they're asking of you. But when you do anaesthetics, you know, it's like, okay, so what do you want? What do you want from me?
Out.
Do you want we're not
say that in front of the patient.
We're not euthanizing. But you know, if they say like we need you down in A&E because the patient collapsed, you know why you're going down there. You know what you're gonna do.
No, not if they're already out.
Yeah, no, you do.
What are you doing?
You've got to breathe for. You've got to breathe for them. You've got to, you know.
What you said before, you said you stopped them breathing. Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, that's probably what happened with Michael Jackson. I don't know the full details, but I think it was propofol, which is the white milky-looking drug, and I think that's what he was getting from. You can have a look. I think I'm pretty. It is.
Yeah, he's trying to buy it on the doctor.
I think it was. Yeah. I think. So I don't remember the full story, but I think it was a cardiologist or something that was his doctor, Jackson's doctor. So he was left him with this, but basically, it will. If you have enough of it, you'll stop breathing.
Wow. What about P Diddy's doctor?
What about him?
It's just probably needs one. He's a sick man.
Yeah, good. Well done. That's really good that you said that.
Now you've probably got like a Venn diagram of the two most annoying jobs for a normal person to meet because they ask you a lot of stupid questions: comedian and doctor.
Yeah.
Would you say that's fair?
I think that's
Now we all know what the dumb questions that comedians get
asked.
So, what questions should I avoid asking in a minute about you being a doctor?
Can you look at this? Can you look at this? I've got this rash on my arse. That kind of thing. Yeah.
Right.
Is it always the arse?
It's definitely always the arse.
You got any issues?
People will get naked for you remarkably quickly to show you something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That. I might become a
No, I knew
green rooms in comedy. You'll get occasionally things like, you know, I've been quite constipated. What can I do about that sort of thing?
Drink more water
or coffee.
Coffee.
I said coffee, and then the next gig they were like, "I worked a treat." Went like,
obviously, we all know that.
Or I actually find just doing gigs enough.
Can too much coffee make you more constipated?
Not that I've heard of.
And so Joe's got a problem with his tummy.
I've got incredibly loud guts. Like, they're making a noise now.
Yeah. Hunger?
Since I've had the coffee, no.
Oh.
It's when he has coffee.
After I've eaten.
So
I've become... There's no easy way to say this because I obviously, anybody that listens to this podcast regularly knows that I think I'm very cool. So to say this when there might be women listening that fancy me.
You have a girlfriend now, remember?
Yeah, but also...
What?
You don't want people to find you unattractive, but...
You do poo.
I'm getting a lot of gas now.
Oh, gas. Okay.
Since I've turned 40. And even if it doesn't come out, I can feel it all moving around, isn't there?
Do you think you might have any kind of intolerances to
that's
any
what
food?
It sounds like.
Have you experimented?
I tried to do that FODMAP thing once.
What's that?
Where they go, you've got to cut all these different things out and then work it out. I was like... I'm not going to do that when I'm on the road. Like, it's hard.
But you could try the easy stuff to cut out. So, for instance, milk. You could see if, you know, lactose intolerant.
Yeah, but then also I'm probably not going to cut it out.
But why not? But I find, like, milk now is one of the easier ones to try, like, you know, oat milk.
Yeah.
You know, barista oat.
What else do you have in milk?
Well, cheese.
Shreddies.
Cheese. There's a lot of cheese about. I don't know if you've
noticed. Yeah, but cheese is cheese milk. So cheese is processed, isn't it? I'm saying specifically do, like, milk to start off with and then... Try milk and cheese and then...
Having milk.
I'll stop having milk.
All right, stop.
Thank you, doctor.
All right. What else? What do you eat today?
I'm celiac as well, gluten, things like that.
Oh,
do you
yeah.
eat bread?
I mean, there's no way I'm cutting that out. My diet is 90% bread, I'd say. So pizza, basically.
Pizza.
I'm a pizza boy.
And also you got that thing where you're bleeding.
No, there's
no blood.
I mean, if I cut my arm, blood comes out.
It sprays out an alarming amount.
I think I'd be sick if I saw blood. I don't think that.
Yeah.
You got a problem.
Have I got a problem?
Yeah, do you?
Oh yeah. So because of this, and I wanted to ask you this from a medical point of view, and what you say here is binding, so be very careful. I bought some tablets that were recommended to me by my South African girlfriend's sister.
This sounds legit.
It's a ground ox penis. No, it's not. They're called Gas X, right? But they're like South African. You can't get them over here.
Yeah.
Bought some on Amazon.
Gas eggs.
Gas X.
X. Okay.
Gas
Yeah.
eggs.
And I bought them on Amazon, and they came, and they've got different labels stuck over them, and I don't feel like they're very legitimate. Should you buy medicines off of Amazon?
No.
No.
No, that's a really interesting point. Actually,
Yeah.
I've never bought any medicine out of Amazon.
There was a food colouring thing on Amazon they had to get rid of because it had a bit of poison in. Not
Yeah.
like deadly, but it was making people unwell.
It's never even crossed my mind, like for medicine. Like if I was getting paracetamol or ibuprofen, I'd get that from.
Can you
the
even
shop.
get that on Amazon?
Because
Because you can get supplements, right? Which is
Yeah.
a load of nonsense a lot of the time.
Yeah, so I think like vitamins and stuff that come in a package that you normally see in a shop,
Yeah.
that's fine. But yeah, I've never bought any medicine.
But sometimes Amazon, they'll do like capsules of like vitamin C or whatever, but it's got
Yeah.
one capsule apparently has way more than what you're meant to have in a day.
Oh.
So it's all a bit weird.
Are you still fan of the Huel?
Oh, was I last time?
Oh,
Nah, I tried it for a bit. I didn't really like it.
Did he give you all his leftover Huel? Is
I
that-
probably chucked it away, man.
No, I'm buying the ready mix ones.
Yeah.
On the go.
Is it good?
I mean,
That
if
could
you
be
wanna
what.
lose weight.
This might be what's
No, I
causing
haven't known it for a while actually.
Oh,
Do you
I've
like
been
it?
back on the
I've
pasties.
never had it.
Do you think it's bad for you though? Probably.
It's a
I
bit
don't really
weird.
know. I haven't really looked into it, but my other half tried it.
Yeah.
And bought some on an offer. Tried one of it and was like, nope. And so it then just sat in our fridge for ages until my brother came over and said, "Oh, I'll have that." So.
He downed it all. Yeah.
Found it all in one go
Yeah,
on
legend,
a
yeah.
binge. Fuel binge.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? Because it's supposed to be a meal replacement. So drinking your food is not cool, is it?
I don't know. Is it?
Depends if it's soup.
That's cool.
Because like you know how now I've said all this out loud, as I have mentioned this on the podcast a couple of times. Because my
Oh my goodness! Did we catch that?
yeah, that's always cool. We have to talk about it a lot, right?
Did you press a button there?
That
with
was
that?
so loud.
Wow! Wow!
Yeah, right.
Is it nerves?
No,
I mean,
You're not making me nervous, no. So now I get advertised stuff on Instagram. It's like get rid of all your bloating and your dad bod, which I don't even. I refute that I've got a dad bod.
But that's because you're talking about it, and then your phone's
I
capturing
know,
it.
but then
and
those things that they're advertising to me, can I buy them or are they not?
I wouldn't buy anything off Instagram.
No.
So what
I'd
what
go
do I get? Who do I trust?
I think if you had that, I'd try to create a simple diet so that you don't. So you, at least you can try and work out and go, oh, I had this absolutely amazing latte, and then I felt really bloated afterwards. And then you go, oh, maybe it's the milk, and then you could say, oh, I'll put in some oat milk and I'll try that. Or
Do you not like black coffee?
I mean, I could get to like it if it stops making noises like that.
Because I don't mind it.
and then have a day of avoiding, I don't know, bread.
Eggs.
See if.
Yeah, but would you find out after one day? I feel like you got to do it for
Well,
like a
I
few.
think you'd probably do it for a little while and just see what makes it worse. That's the thing.
Yeah, see, the thing is, the reason that I am a
Enjoy
comedian
yourself,
is I'm not
see
very
what makes it worse.
methodical, so I will forget or just be like, oh, I want a sandwich today.
Mm.
I know I'm not helping myself, but that's,
But you could still have a sandwich. You could have just wrap it in something else. Wrap it in some ham. A ham
Donut.
sandwich wrapped in ham.
There you
Stick
go.
all the ingredients in the whole of the donut.
Or pasta. Just have a pasta instead.
Yeah,
Get a sheet of lasagna, fold it over
Yeah.
it, and then you sandwich.
But that's got gluten in it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unless
Rice
it's
doesn't.
Rice, yeah.
I'm not just eating rice.
Rice is great.
Yeah, it is right.
So, wait, is that your problem that you're...
Yeah, what should I do with
Potentially.
these mysterious tablets that I've been sent on?
Oh, yeah,
Amazon?
sorry.
But are you trying to make yourself less gassy?
Yeah.
Is that essentially it? Okay.
Yeah.
What do the tablets say they do?
Because, just to bring things back here,
Yeah.
right, I was quite a proud person. Like, I would not fart in front of a girl. Ever.
Yeah.
Even, doesn't matter how long I've been going out with them. Now, if I did that, I'd burst.
Have you... Have you ever been to your GP about this and ever had a... Because they can...
No.
It
No,
doesn't
you
sound
can't-
that
you can't.
serious, though, right? Or
They
do you
might
think
have.
it is?
Well, I don't know if it's, new.
Oh.
Might be worth getting a colonoscopy.
Oh, it is
Am I
serious.
dying?
Oh.
Found out live on the podcast.
Look up
I am
Google.
not well.
Google, I can't stop farting in front
No,
of
I'm not.
women. Am I a pervert?
I've been on that website.
It is.
I have not.
Well, good luck.
That's my problem. Ed, what problem have you brought for us to do with Jesus
So
Christ?
my problem is I find it difficult to work out what exactly to wear temperature-wise for going out. And the thing is, I have a low tolerance for being. I need to be flexible in heat, and this kind of come from doing the Fringe as well. Is that if it's over 5 degrees outside, I'll wear shorts. It's got to be just over 5 degrees because I just cannot know how. Even when I was coming here, I was like, I don't know how warm it's going to be in here or how cold it's going to be.
Yeah.
But you've kept your
That's
jumper
fair.
on.
But the problem is, so I'm fine now. But what I've realised is I've started to have community backlash with this.
He's got
So
he's got
I went
trousers
to
on, fam.
yeah, I went to for now. I went to a restaurant where you sit and have noodles and rhymes with Bagamamas. And
Yeah.
basically, I went in there, and as soon as I was wearing shorts, and the guy just walked in the door, and he just went, he went,
You heard
and he just went, still clinging on, are you? Because it was end of November, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? And he was like, you still clinging on, still wearing shorts, and I was like, yeah, table for 3, thanks. But then he obviously thought he was being slightly unreasonable. But then try to make it up by going, I'm actually impressed. I'm actually impressed, like an angry girlfriend. I'm actually impressed at you.
Like your Wim Hof,
Yeah.
braving the elements.
So
why do you
it's
wear
difficult.
shorts in such cold? I don't understand.
Because he's regulating his body temperature.
Yeah,
He's not
because-
listening to
No,
anything
no,
you just
but
said.
it doesn't make sense.
So like if I was going out in over 5 degrees, I would wear shorts, but then I'd wear something like this on top, and then I could have a gilet,
But that's still
and then
cold.
Just get a job as a postman and I bat an eyelid.
well, funnily enough,
or
our
just
postman,
wear the shirt.
our postman,
out.
that's a very good point. Our postman is still wearing shorts even today. So it's just the comfort thing. And when you're at the Fringe, like some days you'll go out and then you'll suddenly go into a venue or something, and then it will just be super hot.
Yeah.
And you see everyone looking at you with, like, oh, I wish I'd made the decisions you made. So
Yeah, and then you
So
come out and it'll be
shorts.
freezing.
shorts are one of the greatest inventions ever. But my problem is that you can't wear shorts formally all the time, so you've got to,
You can't.
yeah.
Formal shorts are hard
Yeah.
in winter.
But
At weddings.
How do you judge? Do you have a particular way you judge what you're going to wear outside on temperature? Because that's what my problem is that I panic and I'm like, I'm going to be too warm wherever I go.
I've been too cold lately. Have you not felt that?
No.
I mean,
Outside?
Today outside,
Oh.
I'm guessing here on New Year's Day, it's the same as it was on the 17th of December.
Why would you bring that date up?
Because I remember it being a similar temperature.
Okay.
I'm guessing it's 8 degrees, which is hot for this time of year.
Yeah, but it feels cold out. Do you think?
See, I only feel cold when my nipples hurt. That's my
Are
barometer.
you sure that's
yeah.
the cold?
Yeah, it's definitely.
I only feel sexy
cold.
when my nipples hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's said that before. He's got.
I used to have a problem in gigs where, because you'd be quite cold backstage, and I used to wear just a t-shirt, but my nipples would be proper sort of. I used to start off by just apologising to the audience for my nipples, which was a great start, but
It's a good line.
It was genuinely true. So.
I would say that you could take the route that I've taken in life, which is wear weird stuff. That the shorts is the least of your problems. Like people will always think that I'm a prick because I'm dressed like a sort of hipster wanker, and therefore no one would care either way if I was wearing shorts or not. They go, "What's that hair and moustache about?" For example. Do you know what I mean? So you could
So
do a bit of
divert
misdirection,
attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I just very simply would wear like a t-shirt with a jumper on top, and you can take off the jumper. But you start with the shorts.
Well, I think the shorts off because I think the top is easily regulated. I agree with you, but if you're hot somewhere inside and you've got trousers on, like you're
It's not that
in a
bad,
lot of
is
trouble.
Trousers and t-shirt, jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah, jeans and a t-shirt
It's alright.
can be it can be okay, but it depends how hot it is down there.
Maybe you need like an ice pack thing. with you.
Humidity.
Humidity.
Mm.
Do you know how they measure humidity? I had to learn about this. Hair hygrometer is something they use. So you can get a piece of animal or human
What?
hair. This is true. And it's in a little machine, and then it expands or contracts based on the humidity in the air. And that tells you how humid something is.
Wow. People are clever. Things are clever.
People.
I had to learn that for an
things
anaesthetics
are
exam.
clever. What's that got to do with anaesthetics?
Exactly. Very good question. What has that got to do with anaesthetics? I didn't say that to the examiner.
That is weird.
That is something that you could do. Is you could go around with a little syringe, and if anyone gives you any stick for the shorts, inject them. They would be out for the count. And then you put trousers on, and then when they wake up, they would be like, "Oh,
It's a different person.
Did you ever play Hitman?
No.
Oh, you can have a syringe in that.
Oh no, I have played that once actually. Yes, on yeah.
The new one's good.
Have you ever
Anyway.
used it to play any pranks?
What the?
like, take someone out and then rearrange the whole room so when they wake up, they're like, "Oh, I didn't leave it like this."
We don't anaesthetise people in their house.
Yeah, but if you just got a spare
It
bit
was
in
like
your bag.
it was like that. It was like there was some sort of like house doing up a thing. It's like, okay, we'll see you when you wake up, and then we've done up the whole house. I mean, interesting TV show that.
Yeah.
Have you ever been under anaesthesia yourself?
I have.
Great
Yeah.
question, Bilal, actually.
Yes, mate, finally, we got that.
I have when I was a
Absolutely
kid.
got one.
Sorry,
I had a deviated septum in my nose,
nice.
and so they were going to straighten that out.
Yeah.
And I just remember going under, and I said something like to the anaesthetist or something. I was counting down, and I said something like, "You've got a really weird face," and then I just hear all the nursing staff laughing around me, and the anaesthetist not laughing at all.
Yeah.
And then I was glad I woke up.
And he covered in bruises.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old.
So, are you on tour in the new year?
I think you say, "Are you on Tinder?"
Are you on tour in the new year with your?
I am, yeah.
So what
got an
sort of
exciting-
thing can people expect? Is it all anaesthetist?
Yeah,
stories?
people come in, we hook them up to an IV. It's basically an
But
hour and a half.
Basically, I mean, obviously, you're here because you've had to put up with the behaviour of this man in the past.
Yeah.
But we've never worked together. So tell me, and these guys at home, tell us a bit about the show.
So the show is about being a doctor, about becoming a doctor, about becoming an anaesthetist, and it's about the pitfalls of modern medicine and the power of questioning it. That's the show. And the show is, got a strong medical. I mean, it's about medicine, so it's strong about strong theme of that.
Yeah.
So lots of cool drugs and lycra. That's what anaesthetics is. So.
What would you say to someone like Joey who believes the vaccine caused a lot of
Anaesthetics. Oh,
what do you think of because he does what is it, holistic? He doesn't believe in hospitals.
Basically, no, because I didn't have the COVID vaccine. I just got 2 stones that protect me.
2 stoned
That he
to
held
protect
on
you.
to.
Yeah, that I just hold on to.
And he
Oh,
went-
sorry, I think you meant 2 stoned. I was
No,
so stoned that
2 stones to protect
No,
me.
this psychic healer guy gave him these rocks, and he went raving and
And he
held them.
said, "Be on your way," and I was, and I'm still on my way.
£260 it cost. Sorry, what were we talking about?
For the rocks.
The rocks. Where
So-
are you touring?
So all over actually. So this year, 2025. We're back. So start
Nice.
off in Lichfield.
In that church.
Garrick Theatre.
Oh, I
He's
don't
not
know.
doing
24th.
shit. Come on, Bilal.
No, I did a gig in
Then
like a converted church.
The
there,
next
it might be
night
that.
is London Arts Depot.
Where's that?
London.
Where's Arts Depot? London.
Well, quick look at that.
Where's London?
And then
The Arts
we're all over. So we're going to Kendal. We're going to Scotland. Also back in
you
London.
can't just say
We
Scotland.
don't have any listeners in Scotland.
We do.
I can reveal a new tour date that's just been added.
Yes,
Oh,
please.
it's an
The-
exclusive.
This is exclusive.
That's the exclusive.
The
Buzzer?
the London Comedy Store on the
Ah.
8th of April.
Oh, very nice.
Get your tickets.
The Arts Depot is actually in North Finchley. It's technically not London.
Oh.
Have I been there?
No, it's in
Maybe.
London.
That
It's
Is
in
counts.
Twickenham
North
London? I'm doing there as well.
Wow, you're doing a lot of dates.
Yeah.
We're in
London.
Scotland. You can't just say Scotland.
Giffnock.
Excuse me?
Giffnock.
No, I'd
Giffnock.
rather not.
Glasgow, just south of Glasgow.
Okay.
Good lads, the Glasgow lads.
They're
aren't
good lads,
Yeah.
the Giffnock.
Yeah, that's the only
Brilliant.
one. Well, I did some last year in Scotland. But
And
that's
then
it.
you're going to go back up to the old Fringe.
I think so, yeah.
How do we get affordable accommodation?
He knows some.
Can anyone
union,
help
doctors
me out?
union.
So what I've done in the last couple of years to make it affordable is just
Yeah.
not go up for the full month.
Oh, you
because
cheeky son of a gun.
and also it's really enjoyable. So you go up for the first half,
yeah.
and then it's nice. You just get to come back. So I did that last year, and I took a few days off as well.
And when are you doing that partly because they do the awards thing at a certain time of the month as well? Is that?
It's later though. The
Oh,
awards.
so you missed that.
Yeah, I
Late,
missed that,
you
yeah.
dummy.
So what are you thinking?
What?
All these comedians are listening to this thinking, what's he thinking?
Yeah, but it's not just the awards though, is it? You don't need to.
Do you think a lot of comedians are listening to this?
Yeah.
Learning at the feet of the masters.
It's a bit of a bubble, the awards though, at the Fringe.
Oh, it
Everyone
is,
thinks
it's a
like,
load
oh
of
my gosh,
nonsense,
yeah,
yeah.
but you ask
Yeah.
anyone outside.
Because some people go up just for those specific dates
Yeah.
that the judging happens, which is mad, I think. So maybe I'll do what you do half the month.
Yeah,
Still
it's great.
but it's still a lot of money.
It
what it
is,
is.
but you're halving a lot of your costs there as well.
Halving.
Yeah. I stayed
Okay.
in student accommodation as well. That made it cheaper. So
You're not going to go up.
Me and the listeners are not interested in your financial Edinburgh woes.
All right,
Bilal.
sorry about this.
are you going to go? You told me you were never
I
going to
might.
go again.
Yeah, I say that often,
Yeah.
but it's tempting.
He
Yeah.
says he's never coming back next week for this,
Except
but
for
he does
this.
every week.
Yeah. I
Stop.
get upset by
Can
the
you
end.
start a GoFundMe page saying get Bilal to the Fringe?
Well, you can, but that would be very frowned upon.
He's already got so many Patreon things of his own.
Yeah, not enough.
Substack, Weasel, Rap.
Substack. You do Substack.
No.
You'd like
What is
it.
What is it?
It's like the new thing where you blog. It's like long form
Oh.
text.
Money.
Look it up, you'll like it. Well,
Yeah.
people can subscribe, not really.
Yeah.
What?
Don't
So it's a
make any
website where
money.
people do loads of blogs and then people.
You could
It's
call
like
yours
it's
Prick.
like it's the place now. That's quite good.
Thank you.
It's the place for long form text stuff currently, and you might like it.
Oh, so it's like
But if you like
Opposite
long
twist.
form listening stuff, then keep it right here on Gotaproblemmate,
Mate.
the podcast.
That's really good.
We're going to end today's show with Guest to Impress. I've got a short feature that I've written especially
Guys, it's time
for
for
you.
another feature. Gapham.
Especially made just for you, Ed.
I just thought, would you ever like consider for next Christmas having a gift that people could buy, like a transcript of all your shows, and people could
Yeah,
buy,
we can do that.
buy them as a book.
I'll do that, but I don't think they will.
That's a lot of words. We've done too
That's
many
a lot of
episodes.
work, yeah.
We've done
Yeah.
too many words. That would be an encyclopedia.
Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah. I love their boats, Britannica. Okay, so here's today's quiz.
He's got an
for
email
you.
from Brighton Fringe.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not doing
He's
that.
got
Oh,
a
so you're doing
WeTransfer.
Brighton?
Huh?
Nah, he's on a
No, no.
newsletter thing. Silly boy didn't
Okay.
unsubscribe.
Yeah. Okay, so it's pretty simple. If there was a film about some of the most common ailments in the world, which actors would play those ailments? So,
You need to
who
give me the
would
ailments
play?
Did you
then.
say
Who
what
would?
this
Yeah.
was called?
No, there is no name.
Oh, sorry.
It's called the
Who would
Ed.
play? Who would play the actors with the ailment?
no. Who would embody that ailment?
So who would?
So I'm gonna. So who would play the common cold?
Okay,
Oh my
not the
God.
person with the common cold. Who would
No,
play
who
the
would
common
Who
the
would
cold?
play the
cold?
common cold?
The common cold. I would say the common cold. Can it be anyone in the
Anyone
world?
Yeah.
you like?
Okay, I think Matt Smith could do a good common cold.
Yeah.
Matt Smith would
Yeah.
be an excellent common cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I knew that this would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
Who would play whooping cough?
Whooping cough. Or I would say whooping cough.
Matthew McConaughey, maybe.
George Clooney. I'll give you
George Clooney.
a bit of a
Yeah.
whooping cough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who would play lactose intolerance? It is a disease that I clearly suffer from.
Lactose intolerance. Let's think. Let's say Jim Carrey.
Oh.
Yeah, that would be good. Who would play food poisoning?
Food poisoning. Who? Oh, I've forgotten the name. The actor
describe
plays, M in Bond.
Helen.
Helen
No,
Mirren.
not Helen Mirren.
No,
Judi Dench.
Judi Dench. Well done.
Dame Judi Dench.
That's really good.
He's really good at this.
Yeah.
Chuck him one.
I told you he's.
Chuck one at him.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia. I've forgotten the name, but the thick of it person,
Which one?
actor,
The Doctor Who one.
angry. Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's his name? We'll never know, and there's no way of
Doctor
finding
Who?
out. He played Doctor Who as well. You wouldn't
What's
know.
his
David Tennant.
No, the
I told you wouldn't know.
no, we've got to say
The Scottish guy.
yeah, Scottish guy.
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi. Yeah.
Well
Peter
done.
Capaldi.
Nice one, Case.
Yeah.
Kay's knows some of the most
Okay.
random
He
stuff
does,
from behind
it
the
is
camera
random.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Peter Capaldi used to walk past my school all the time when I was a kid.
Okay, do we
Doing
need to report that?
Well done. That was a
And
great
I've got
feature.
one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And gout.
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 The answer's Timothy Spall.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us. It's
No,
been
thanks
a
for having
very
us.
fun
Yeah, thanks.
episode.
Where can people find you on socials?
On socials, you can find me at @EdPatrickComedy. That's the social. The handle is @EdPatrickComedy.
Yeah.
It used to be at Palmer Patrick because I bought Palmer Patrick. I bought Palmer Ham once, and I've got coin being because it was on offer
Palmer
at
Ham
uni.
Patrick, yeah.
Palmer Patrick. But then everyone said actually people aren't looking for Palmer Ham when they're looking for you. They're looking for Ed Patrick Comedy. So I put that up instead.
Yeah.
So Ed Patrick Comedy, edpatrickcomedy.com, and then just
.org?
No,
No.
.org. I'm
No,
paying
.org.
fullprice.com, baby.
Okay, fullprice.com.
Okay.
Fullprice.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we can tell by the price of his coffee machine, he's having a fantastic career.
Check out his
so-
tour.
and his book.
And his book.
Yeah.
Talented
And,
man. Who will we have next week? Who knows?
I don't know.
We'll see in 2025.
Yeah, 2025.
The future's
everybody.
here.
Goodbye.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.